All right, it's all right. I'm doing such a bad job of being alive right now. It's that time again. It is time to go on another bad dad date with a married man, because that's the kind of guy Bad Lyle is. So I don't know about you. I've been really looking forward to this. That sounds bad, doesn't it? It sounds really bad. Well, that's fine, because you know what? Yeah, we're bad dads. I'm a bad dad today. Whew, it's been a long day of clipping coupons. It looks like there's a sale on boxed brownie mix. Oh, that reminds me. I wonder what Joseph's up to. I should see if he wants to hang out. Or if he wants to go to the store with me and use these coupons. It looks like he's online. Hey, Joseph, want to hang? It takes a moment for Joseph to respond. Lyle, I hope you finally recovered from your brownie-induced coma. And I know I promised you a fun hang, but tonight I'm actually chaperoning a youth group mixer. Amanda's invited, of course. If you're not doing anything, you should come. Well, that sounds nice. A youth group mixer. Oh, and be a chaperone with me, because I need the help. That sounds less nice. I think for a moment. I'm a little bummed out, of course. I suppose I just wanted some me and Joseph time, you know? Maybe to get to know him a little better, whatever. Ah, what the heck, my friend needs my help. I type back. Buddy, if you need me, you got me. Just tell me where I need to be tonight. Joseph lets me know the details. It starts pretty soon. I should get ready. I knock on Amanda's door and peek in. Hey Amanda, I'm about to head out to a youth group meeting. Where are you off to? Are you gonna go extreme couponing? I wanted to, but I'm actually gonna go chaperone this youth mixer dance thing that's happening at Joseph's church. He says you're invited, but if you don't want to come, I totally understand. You know what? I'm down. Maybe I can make some new friends. Well, that's a good attitude. But I'll have you know that I'm mostly doing this for the potential of free food. Cool. You are my daughter after all. You get 4 daughter points today. Can I trade them in for a daughter lava lamp? Sorry, you only have enough for a daughter spider ring or some of those daughter plastic jumpy frogs. I like those things. They try their hardest. It's inspirational. We arrive at the church to find that nobody's there. There are decorations and balloons and banners and everything, but no youths. I've been to a couple dances in my life, and not that I want to paint myself as some sort of dance expert, but generally dances require people, and those people need to be dancing. All of a sudden, Joseph jogs up to us. He looks frazzled. You're here! I need your help! Joseph gestures to the hand-painted banner hanging above the church doors. It reads, Jesus is coming! Yikes! Well, that's certainly a thing. God made all things, Amanda, except for that banner. Ernest made that. I genuinely can't tell if he meant that maliciously or if he just can't spell good. You know what God also does? Forgives. He forgives teenagers and he never, ever breaks their box mods. Are you gonna break Ernest's box mod? No, Amanda, that would be a sin. I think it's the one right after sloth. Lyle, I need your help getting this down before anyone sees it. I can swing that. Amanda, can you help? Physical labor, huh? Amanda begins rapidly scanning the mostly empty room, looking for an escape route of her own. I have to go set up the food. The food's already set up. I'm going to do a final inspection pass on the food to make sure it's up to code. I'm going to eat your food. Bye! Amanda's able to bolt away before myself or Joseph can get another word in. Phew, she can really book it when she wants to. Her father was a giant pair of legs. Not me, her other father. I dated some giant arms once, but it turned out they were all right. What? You must have been devastated. What? It was Armageddon. No, it's... I get it. I'll workshop it. There's a gem in there somewhere. I'm really glad you're here, Lyle. Are you enjoying my company, or did you just lure me out here for my strong arms and height advantage? A little of both. A little of both. It's always something with you, Joseph. Something handsome and pious. Wink. You're not that pious.
Hey.
Wink. Debatable. You just alluded to breaking a child's vape pen. Oh, that's what a box mod is. I wouldn't know.
Oh.
Well, I would have lost the debate.
Oh.
You ready to do this? Let's make some magic happen. Magic isn't real, Lyle. God said that. God was also a bush one time. This is true. Joseph and I grab a stepladder and walk over to Ernest's banner. That turd Ernest had one final trick up his sleeve. Looks like this nightmare is stapled and taped 6 ways from Sunday. Any ideas? What happened to your strong arms and height advantage? Right, I forgot about those. But I realized my oversized dad fingers are far too large to get leverage on tiny staples. You got a hammer I can use to pry these off? Lyle, this is a church. We get a little nervous around hammers. And nails.
Hey.
I'm kidding, we just don't have a hammer. But we have to hurry, the youths will be here any moment, and I'll never hear the end of it if we don't fix this. Wait, I have an idea. I run to grab the marker that Ernest used to draw this thing, and jump back on the ladder. We can't get it down, but we can send a different message. I only got one shot here, let's do this right. Jesus is cumin. Jesus isn't coming. Jesus is calming. I'm able to turn the U into an A and L somehow. It's a little tight, but it works. Well, that's true, I guess. Bask in his calming presence, Joseph. Relax. Crisis averted. Let's just hope the youths don't notice. Joseph checks his watch. The DJ should be here by now. Just then, the doors swing open and a man struts in with his DJing equipment. Wait, you're not the usual guy. What happened to Evan? Evan knew exactly when to play the Cupid Shuffle. Hey, I am not Evan! Evan sold all of his DJ equipment to backpack through Europe, so I'm filling in for him. I do envy him, though. What I would give to drop everything and start over. Are you, alright? Alright, I am better than alright. I'm DJ Spin Master Quinn. He sighs heavily.
Master Quinn.
I usually do trivia nights, but I moonlight on the ones and twos to give myself a sense of purpose in life. Is he okay? Well, you'll have to do. You have a playlist of fun songs that youths will like that won't inspire impure thoughts or tempt them to the dark side, right? The DJ thinks for a moment. Believe me, buddy, I got what you need! Okay, great. I'll let you get set up. The DJ leaves. Let's keep an eye on this one. He sounded like he was just gonna play Creep by Radiohead on repeat. After some time, the kids from the community start filing into the dance hall. Some of them seem to notice our sign hack, but they don't seem to care. Most of the kids group off into tiny clusters, standing in circles and casting sideways glances at the other groups of teens. Man, I do not miss being a teenager at social functions. Hey, party people! Everyone in the room turns their attention to
DJ Spin Master.
DJ Spin Master Quinn coming at you with the sound that people want. We're off to a good start.
That's the good stuff.
This next tune goes out to all the ladies in the audience. Ladies, let me hear you say yeah. Few half-hearted yes echo through the
That's the
crowd.
good stuff.
All right. He
I
sighs
am
again.
so sad.
Man, it's been a heavy couple of days. This next one's actually just for my wife, Sandra. I hope we can work things out, my little honeysuckle.
Now,
pie.
who wants to listen to Radiohead's Creep?
The DJ begins playing Creep by Radiohead. Amanda sidles up to me, pizza in one hand and punch in the other. Creep, huh? Bold choice for a youth group. Let's see where he goes with this. After the song finishes, he plays Creep again. Is the DJ crying? If you watch the kids really closely, you can catch them cringe every time Tom York swears. There they go. Maybe we should do something about this. Joseph runs up to us. He's killing the vibe. They're listening to swears. Sad swears. We have to do something. You guys should try to give him a pep talk. Maybe work him up to Everybody Hurts by R.E.M. or at the very least No Rain by Blind Melon? You want to help us cheer him up? Actually, I just saw my friend, Frederico. He's from Latin. Oh, I didn't know you were taking a Latin class. I'm not. So he's from the country Latin.
Dad.
Yes, it exists. Don't Google it. You can go, Amanda. It's fine. And she's gone.
Sad.
Joseph and I make our way to the DJ booth where sad Spin Master Quinn is having a quiet cry. Hey, bud.
Ah,
Hey, my dudes. How's the party jamming? It's, not.
that's the good stuff.
I'm sorry, fellas. I'm just taking a moment here to find my groove.
Ah,
Gotta play the sad tunes to properly appreciate the bangers, right? It's not how DJing works, my friend. Shut up and play the hits! Play the booty bumpers. It's what Jesus would have wanted. Listen, buddy. This is a church function. The songs you're playing seem... Well, they're a bit much, don't you think? It's kind of bringing everyone down, man. You should put on some top 40 stuff, like lift everyone's spirits. When everyone's dancing and happy, that it makes the good Lord happy. Right, Joseph? The good Lord does love a song that slaps. And he's a minister, so you know he means it. Let Jesus take the wheel here, man. You want me to play Jesus Take the Wheel? That is the opposite of what I want you to do. Hey, buddy, if it's problems you're having with... Joseph leans in close to me. What was his wife's name again? Sandra. Sandra. If you're having problems with Sandra, I can help you too. I do counseling. It's my job here, and I'm very good.
hey!
Oh, I don't know. I can tell that you're hurting. Nobody voluntarily listens to that much Radiohead on repeat unless they're really going through some tough times. Trust me, I know.
Cracker Barrels.
Joseph places a hand on Spin Master Quinn's shoulder, who immediately collapses into Joseph's embrace, crying quietly. There, bud. It's gonna be okay.
I don't know the time.
Thank you. I'll put on some dance hall anthems. You're the best, Spin Master Quinn. With yet another crisis averted, Joseph and I return to the dance floor, where Amanda's waiting with an ice cream cone. They have ice cream here! Can you believe it, Dad? Good work, Amanda. How's it looking up there? Well, for a dance, there's not a whole lot of dancing. It looks like people are starting to bail, though. This is a disaster. Don't be so hard on yourself. This ice cream, top notch. I'm sorry for dragging you into this, Lyle. You and Amanda should just go home. I'm not going to make you stay here for the train wreck. It's not a disaster. We can still fix this. We can... I suddenly realize what we have to do. Amanda, get out of here. I don't think you're going to want to be here for this. Or be seen with me after this. Oh god, you're not going to. I throw my car keys to Amanda. I'll get a ride back with Joseph. Just remember me as I am right now. Not as what I'm about to become. Amanda nods. Nice knowing you, Pops. She runs out the door.
Lords of Arabia.
Joseph, I'm going to turn it up on the dance floor. With luck, we can get these youths into it as well. Are you in? Are you out? Joseph stares at me. He knows what has to be done as much as I do. See you on the other side. See you on the other side. Joseph and I walk out onto the dance floor in the middle of the room. The youths all stare at us, unsure of what we're doing. Time to get our groove on. Let's start them off easy and work our way up to the more technical stuff. Start with the lawnmower. Roll the dice, the worm. Start with the lawnmower. All right, let's rip start this baby. I start lawn mowing the dance floor. Joseph seems to respond to that and decides to mow another patch of grass on the dance floor. That's the stuff. I look around. Well, looks like we've got everyone's attention. All right, Lyle, let's turn up the heat. Shopping cart sprinkler. Running Man? And let's Running Man. Since time immemorial, this move has never let me down. I start jogging in place, matching the movements with my arms pushing out. This seems to awaken something in Joseph, who feels the fire of the Running Man deep within him. I look around to the youths. They're getting into it. Keep it up. I think they're coming around. Cabbage Patch, the windmill hammer slide. I don't know what half of these things are.
Yeah.
Cabbage Patch. You never can go wrong with the Cabbage Patch. Joseph follows my lead. We both take our arms and move them around in a circle, as I assume you would do in a Cabbage Patch. I look around to the youths. I think they like agriculture. I think it's working. If we pull the right moves, the kids will join us in no time. Moonwalk, butter churn, attempt twerking. Oh, it's happening. Twerking is still a thing kids do, right?
Donald!
I gyrate my butt. Oh, this feels bad. This is really rough on my lower back. Several of the kids have their head in their hands. One kid is filming with his phone. Great. My career in politics is over. All right, maybe twerking wasn't the best choice. All right, it's time for the big finish. Attempt an unrehearsed backflip. Lift Joseph up, dirty dancing style, death drop, dirty dancing. I approach Joseph in motion. Then I'm about to
Norm
lift him up.
McDonald!
Are you strong enough to do that? I don't know, man, but without regard for human safety, I summon all of my might and lift Joseph above my head. It isn't quite dirty dancing, but Joseph is a good sport and spreads his arms while I spin him in a circle. I look at the crowd. They seem to love it. I look around the room to see if we can convince any of the youths to come dance. Nothing. Just a bunch of kids staring at us. I guess we didn't capture their hearts with the magic of dance. One of the kids yawns. Dang it! Oh, I'm so upset. I really wanted to nail that section. Well, we gave it our best shot. I shouldn't have twerked. Let that be a lesson to us all. Oh, it sounded like he vomited. I'm gonna have to organize some sort of game so they don't start making out with each other. No! Oh, I really failed that. Oh, I'm doing that over. That was so bad. I can't live with this. Oh, I can't live with that at all. Okay. Oh my god. How do I get out of here? Nope. So sad.
Welcome! You've got dads!
Oh my gosh, do I do totally different moves? Roll the dice. We'll roll the dice. I pull out the classic handshake and dice roll to the music. I'm a little offbeat, which is to be expected of any dad, but I think this is a nice baseline to work from. I forgot. I'm like, something feels different. I don't have my bad dad glasses on. There we go. Joseph follows along, bopping his head to the beat. Simple but smart. That's good. I look around. Well, it looks like we've got everyone's attention. Okay. All right, Lyle, let's turn up the heat. The last time we did the Running Man, that seemed pretty effective. Do you want a sprinkler, maybe? Maybe we'll sprinkler. Pull out the classic. Hand behind head. Point your finger out. I point at and make direct eye contact with several of the youths in the room. I think that makes them feel uncomfortable, but I push past it. Joseph understands. We must water the lawn. We just came off the end of an imaginary drought and the grass is dying. Don't worry, imaginary grass, we got you. I look around to the youths. They're getting into it. Nice work, but we better pick it up or they'll lose interest quick. Cabbage Patch, Hammer Slide, the Windmill. Cabbage Patch was okay, right? They liked agriculture. You can never go wrong with the Cabbage Patch. Joseph follows my lead. We both take our arms and move them around in a circle as I assume you would do in a Cabbage Patch. I look around to the youths. I think they like agriculture. They're not looking too lively yet, but we can still turn it around. You gotta moonwalk. We're gonna moonwalk. I start sliding my feet backwards. I can't tell if this looks good or not, but I think these kids have seen enough people doing moonwalks that they understand the general concept. Joseph makes a moonwalk attempt as well. Surprisingly, dude pulls it off flawlessly. I look around to the youths. They're cheering! All right, it's time for the big finish. Oh, man. A backflip? Dirty Dancing? I really liked the Dirty Dancing ending, but it didn't seem to do much for me last time. Do I attempt a backflip? I don't know what the death drop is. I'm gonna backflip. I've seen plenty of people do backflips before. It can't be that hard, right? I bend my knees and throw my arms back. Joseph grabs me. Lyle, don't you dare. I know I could land it. I'm not letting you break your neck in my church. We're not insured for that. Let me pick another. I look around the room to see if we can convince any of the youths to come dance. Ah! Okay. Let's start with the lawnmower again. I start lawnmowing. Joseph mows another patch. That's the stuff. I look around. Looks like we've got their attention. All right, let's turn up the heat. Okay, let's Running Man. Since time immemorial, this move has never let me down. I start jogging. Joseph feels the fire. I look around. They're getting into it. Keep it up. I think they're coming around. We can Cabbage Patch. Seems to be fine. I look around. They like agriculture. I think it's working. If we pull the right moves, the kids will join us in no time. We moonwalk. They like that. I start sliding my feet backwards. Joseph is really good at it. They're cheering. All right, time for the big finish. We're going to Dirty Dancing style. Lift him. Are you sure you're strong enough? I don't know. I summon all of my might and spin him in a circle. They seem to love it. The kids swarm to the dance floor. Yes, they're all laughing and dancing to the music. It looks like our job here is done. Somewhat obligingly, the kids take the dance floor and start to move around. Before long, they're starting to laugh and enjoy themselves. It was dicey. We've done our job. Come on, the rest of the chaperones will take it from here. What? I have something to show you. See, I knew it was worth it to go back. Joseph leads me out of the main room and down various darkened corridors of the church. I can barely see anything. I find myself tripping over my own feet. Joseph, I think I lost you. His hand finds mine in the darkness. Cute. I'm right here. I'm glad he can't see me blush. We keep walking. Where are we? This church is huge. We're almost there. I actually have to admit that I was a little dishonest with you. I didn't just invite you out here to help me chaperone. What happened to lying being one of the 10 things you're not supposed to do? I think there's an exception for when you're trying to surprise a friend. Joseph closes the door behind us. I guess we're in a random room in the depths of his church now. What could he possibly have planned? So, last time we talked about escaping to an island where we could live out an easy tropical lifestyle where our only worry is trying to find that lost shaker of salt. Since we can't actually do that, I figured I could bring a little bit of the tropics to Maple Bay. It's not quite Margaritaville, but something like it. Joseph throws on the lights. Welcome to the Margarita Zone! I look around as my eyes adjust to the light. It's his office, but there are twinkle lights strung across the walls like little garlands of fake flowers, and 2 beach chairs set up in front of the desk. There's a blender and 2 glasses sitting on the table. Ukulele music plays softly in the background. Joseph, this is amazing! There's no pop-tops to step on here, buddy. What? You did this for me? Joseph takes a seat and gestures for me to do the same. I did this for us. I think we've both earned it. I settle in while Joseph pours us both margaritas. You really went all out. I have a flair for the dramatic. You can't lead the community if you don't know how to make a good margarita. I take a sip of mine. This is a killer margarita. I would follow this man to the ends of the earth. Do you think the dance is going to go okay without our sick dance moves, bro? No, not here. You're missing the point of Margarita Zone. Margarita Zone is a place of rest and relaxation. It's a place where you can kick your feet up and forget about your worries for a while. Watch out for blown out flip-flops. Let's get tattoos of Mexican cuties. It's heaven on earth with an onion slice. I don't know what any of those things mean. Oh! I think that's cheeseburger in paradise. Oh, right. Oh, I'm just now realizing that I only know 2 Jimmy Buffett songs. I'm gonna have to revoke your dad card for that one. Joseph gestures to the makeshift island bar he's made. You know, it's funny. This reminds me so much of when I was younger. I've been meaning to ask, what did you do before you started preaching? Oh, it's uninteresting. I left home and got into a lot of trouble. What kind of trouble? Trouble meant I got to go wherever I wanted, whenever I wanted. I hitchhiked around the country, went on adventures, met all kinds of people, did some stuff I'm not too proud of. But I was young and in love, and I didn't have to answer to anybody. And now I host fundraiser car washes and take the kids to soccer practice on the weekends. Sorry. I don't mean to get heavy here. It's okay. It seems like you spend a lot of time taking care of others, but not enough time taking care of yourself. If you need to talk about it, I'm here for you. Joseph stares deeply into the blender filled with ice and margarita mix. It's just... I think about Margaritaville a lot. Or I guess the concept of it. A place where I could strum on my 6th string while I wait for the shrimp to boil, drink margaritas all the time, forget my worries. It's an easy life. I had Margaritaville once. And I think the closest I've ever going to get back to it is Margarita Zone. A short and occasional reprieve from daily life. Is that such a bad thing? This is pretty nice. But it doesn't last forever. That's the rub. When you're in Margarita Zone, it's not like your problems have really gone away. You're just choosing to ignore them. Maybe you're looking at it the wrong way. Maybe Margarita Zone is actually better than Margaritaville, because Margaritaville itself is an impossible ideal. Remember what Spin Master Quinn said? Sometimes you have to play the sad tunes to appreciate the bangers. If stepping on a pop top is your biggest concern, how could you possibly appreciate the boiling shrimp? Was that Lyle who said that? And I just read it as Joseph, whatever. And Margarita Zone isn't landlocked to this office. I think it's about finding the little pieces of Margarita Zone throughout your day and taking joy in those moments. Well, that's awfully optimistic of you. It doesn't have to be anything big. For me, I think it's being able to quietly do word jumbles and drink some strong coffee in the morning. See my daughter smile, or I smile at Joseph. Spend some quality time with a good friend. Yeah. I can feel myself leaning closer to Joseph. Is it just me, or is he leaning closer too? Joseph tenses up. He downs the rest of his margarita and hops out of his chair. It's getting late. We should head back. Sure. Joseph and I make sure the dance wraps up without incident before he takes me back to the cul-de-sac. I hop out of Joseph's car before he pulls into his own driveway. Thanks again for the help. Thanks again for Margarita Zone. Maybe we'll go back there one day. If we do, it'll be my own damn fault. Ha ha ha, I don't understand. Joseph chuckles and drives away. I walk into my living room to find Amanda curled up under a blanket and groaning on the couch. Hey Panda, you feeling okay? Dad, I have a tummy ache. You ate too much youth. I drank too deeply from the well of life, and now I paid the price. And by well of life, I mean that big lukewarm punch bowl of seltzer juice and sherbet. Ugh. Amanda slides to the floor with an elongated groan. Need anything, kiddo? Pepto-Bismol? A time machine that goes back approximately 2 hours in the past so that I can warn myself of the folly of excess. I'll pour you a glass of water. Love you, Pops. How'd the dance go? Oh, I crushed it. Got the kids on the dance floor at the expense of my dignity. A fair trade. Also, everything hurts. I'll see you in the morning, kiddo. Night, Dad. Well, did I do okay, you think?
Yeah, I mean, you look great. That was fun.
Yeah, I scammed my way into an A, you guys. It's been a long day, and yet I'm not quite ready to sleep. Usually when I feel this way, I mainline investigative TV until I pass out, but tonight I feel like it would just make me antsy. I decide to take a relaxing stroll. After a bit of wandering, I find myself passing by Jim and Kim's. Being of legal age and sound judgment, I decide to stop in for a reasonably portioned alcoholic beverage. Typically, I try to limit my consumption of alcohol to set a positive example for Amanda, but I also feel a responsibility to play a role as a social agent in our community, and a watering hole such as Jim and Kim's is the perfect place to do it. Also, I desperately need a beer, because that date was confusing. Jim and Kim's is lively tonight, the patrons are milling about, and even Neil seems to be having a good time. Coming up was a great idea. As I reach to collect my beer, I see Mary at the end of the bar. She's not semi-ironically throwing herself all over anyone. In fact, she's alone. Oh, she looks so sad. A pang of guilt shoots through me. Does she know? Is this because of me? Am I a home wrecker? Say hi. Keep watching the game. I'm going to say hi. I decide to go say hello. I walk over to her booth. She doesn't look up. The seat taken? She still doesn't look up. I take a seat anyway, and she finally notices me. You. Okay, well, this was maybe not the best idea. Hey. Having fun with your new best friend, Joseph? He's a great... I'm so glad. I'm happy for you two. Mary, I'm
Huh?
not. I'd never accuse you of anything uncouth, Lyle. We're just having an innocent, very platonic time with my husband. A supportive friendship,
Come
I'm
on.
sure. You're a good friend, aren't you? Sure. Yep, just a friend. I'm there when he needs me, Mary, unlike some other people in his life.
Hmm.
Oh, so you're an expert on my marriage now, is that it? It doesn't take an expert to see that you two are miserable. I'm not trying to be an expert on your marriage. I'm sorry. It doesn't take an expert. Then what does that make you? We were miserable a long time before you started poking into our business, buddy boy. So don't come around here thinking you're some paragon of empathy just because you got involved where you weren't welcome. Mary takes a long sip of her drink. Oh, this was such a mistake. You know, you're really not his type. I'm surprised. Mary pays her tab and strides right out of Jim and Kim's without even looking back at me. Whew, that went really poorly.
Welcome. You've got dads.
Which is what I wanted to see. Okay, hopefully you forgive me for cheating because I cheated real hard today. Next week, you watched the last episode, you know what's next week. More dates, more dads, more endings. Endings! All endings from here on out. Thanks for watching!